Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about my two hobbies that I have been doing, and I told myself I'm going to commit to it and consistently do it. One of which I'm going to do it like for improvement purposes because I've always wanted to do better at it. And the other one is just to really have fun and because it's always been on my bucket list to learn. So the two activities, the two hobbies that I've been doing lately are pole dancing and surfing. So pole dancing I've been doing since 2017, but I have not been doing it consistently, meaning I've been at the same level since like 5 years ago. But it wasn't until 2 weeks ago that I said I really want to commit to doing it, and I made all the necessary purchases in order for me to really advance my skill levels and to really just get into it. So for each hobby, I'll just be breaking up what I have, and let's get started. So for the first one, pole dancing, there's three things that I have, but if you are looking to go into pole dancing, you don't need any of these things. Literally just go sign up for a class and they'll teach you all the basics. But all of these I've been eyeing for so long. And since I am diving in the deep end to commit to this, I said, you know what, I'm just gonna get these three things. So the first thing is grip. Think about gymnasts, how they always have that powder before they go on to the bar so that they can do their routine. That helps them stick onto it. So for the same purposes, there's something called grip. This one is dry hands. And you basically dab a little bit onto your hands. They make it dry. You could put it wherever you have contact with the pole. So in between your legs, maybe on the sides of your stomach, wherever you need to get some extra grip. This one, I don't know why I waited so long to buy it. It wasn't like it was crazy expensive, but it was just, I think it was the fact that I wasn't ready to commit at all. So I just didn't buy any of these things. But now I have grip and I'm ready to do it. Sad thing is, today I was actually supposed to have a class, but I tweaked my hip yesterday because I've just been doing both of these activities back to back with no break because I just wanted to learn so quickly. So my body's like, yo, you got to pump the brakes. So today I had to call in and cancel my class, which really sucks. Anyways, second thing that I finally got were knee pads. Knee pads, again, not the most expensive things, but it was just a sign of consistency and committing to it. So I finally got some knee pads. If you've never taken a pole class, there are different classes that you can take. There's tricks, there's dance, there's floor work. So a lot of these, especially dance and the floor work, require time on the floor. So you're going to be on your knees a lot. Sometimes you're moving around, crawling around. And so these really help protect your knees. I have sensitive knees. I said, I'm not playing around with these. I finally need to get them done. Third thing that I have, which is probably like my most raunchy purchase, because I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to have these, but every time I go into class, I always see girls wearing it. And I'm like, you know, I'm diving in the deep end, so why not? Heels, Pleasers. That's the brand that makes heels. These are called platform heels. And there's two different kinds of heels that you can get in terms of texture. This one is shiny, which means it helps stick to the pole a lot easier, meaning it's easier to climb, do aerial work, whatever it is. And the other type is matte. And that is really good for like low flow, dancey dance things because it just doesn't scuff as much and there's not a lot of grip to the matte ones. These ones really have good grip. So the pink on top of it, it actually is not a part of the shoe. These are called platform protectors because if you have shiny heels, they scuff insanely easily. I've worn these maybe twice to a class and I'm gonna show you that scuff. You see that right there? I'm hoping it's focusing. Yeah, it is right. It is, you know, when you invest in something, you want to make sure you protect it properly. And my mistake was not getting platform protectors first. I got these first, did a few dance classes, and then I realized I should get them. So platform protectors, again, aren't really expensive either, but I advise to get those before you get your heels because you know you're gonna need it, especially if you have shiny heels. Now, that is all the equipment that I have for my pole dancing classes. Obviously, I don't have a pole, which is why I just go into the studio for it. Anyways, that was hobby number one, pole dancing. So let's go check out hobby number two and the materials that I have for that. All right, Hobby number 2, surfing. Of course, you're gonna need a surfboard. This one is by Jerry Lopez. It is 8 feet tall and is a foam top, meaning you don't really need to wax it, although I know some people do. I did a lot of research on what the best beginner surfboard is, and it was either between this one or the Wave Storm. Personally, I just got this because it was cheaper and more accessible to me, and I just needed something that would catch the wave and could help me on my pop-ups. So the 3 things that I can't really show you because it's so long and my garage is like short, but on the bottom here we have a traction pad, and it does what it says, you know, helps you keep your traction, your footing. We also have a leash that wraps around my ankle and 3 fins in the back. I think they call it a tri-fin setup. Again, I'm so new to this, so I might chunk some of the verbiage, but I took it out once and it was only for maybe 15 or 20 minutes before the tide started getting really strong. And so far I really like it. I definitely need to strengthen my arms and my balance for the whole pop-up because it looks so cool when they're doing it, but oh my gosh, just the fundamentals of popping up and staying up is pretty hard. So this is the number 1 equipment, of course, if you're going surfing. This is the one that I have. And the second equipment that I have for surfing is a wetsuit. I got so lucky because my boyfriend actually surfs, or he used to surf, and this was his when he was growing up. It's still in really great shape. I don't know too much about the verbiage for these things, but I do know it's just like a full suit all the way down to the legs and the arms, and it fits me perfect. I think I'm a size 16, and yeah, this is really essential if you're going into cold water or if you want to go in the mornings, because this really keeps you warm, keeps the water out, and it just keeps you in the water longer, because it's not going to be fun if you're shivering cold trying to learn how to surf. This is great during the summer months, which it's summer now, but I don't like going during midday because it gets really crowded. Sometimes the tide is just really strong, or it's just way too hot for me to go out, which is why, you know, I know there are some people that can go out with just the swimsuit, especially if you're in more tropical places. But where I'm at, it's not all that tropical, so I do need a wetsuit. I know these can range from, I don't know, anywhere from like $100 upwards to like $400 to $500. So if you can, try getting a used one if you're looking to go into it, or contact a buddy, see if they have one that is in your size. But those are the 2 main surfing equipments that I have for this new hobby that I just want to be a little bit more consistent with. I'll do a separate video of everything that I bring when I do go out for a surfing session, because that's just a whole other beast to tackle. So that was all my equipment needed for hobby number 2. I'm really excited to continue to post more about my improvements here and there. Obviously for pole, I'm not quite comfortable yet posting certain things because of, you know, I don't think it needs much explanation to it, but here and there, you know, I'll show and tell you a little bit more updates. But with surfing, oh my God, I'm really excited to share more of this content because I have a history, and if you have been subscribed to my channel since the beginning, you know that this is very different from what I used to put out. I'll save you having to go back and click around, but I used to be an accountant, like a public accountant, and I used to document all of my career things from there, how I was feeling, what I wanted to do in the future, having 0 free time and literally just doing accounting all the time. So now that I have the ability to really start getting into things that I've always had an interest in and committing to it and consistently doing it, I'm just so much more excited to pump out more content. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what other videos you want to see. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.